It began on a quiet night in December 1968. Two teenagers, David Faraday and Betty Lou Jensen, were parked on a lonely stretch of road in Vallejo, California. It was supposed to be a peaceful moment, a first date, but within minutes both were dead, shot at close range by an unknown assailant who vanished into the night. 6 months later, it happened again. Darlene Ferrin and Michael Mageau were attacked in a similar fashion. This time, the killer called the police himself, calm, cold, precise. But what truly separated this murderer from the rest wasn't just the brutality, it was the performance. In August of 1969, 3 newspapers received nearly identical letters. Inside, chilling details of the murders, and a cryptogram, a cipher, with a bold promise. "If you can crack this code, you will have my identity." He signed his letters with a symbol, a circle with a cross through it, like a target. He called himself the Zodiac. And with that, a legend was born. The Zodiac Killer taunted police and journalists for years. He claimed responsibility for dozens of murders, some confirmed, others not. His letters were full of arrogance, mockery, and threats. He demanded that his writings be printed on the front pages, or he'd kill again. In one letter, he wrote, "I like killing people because it's so much fun. It is more fun than killing wild game in the forest, because man is the most dangerous animal of all." The public was gripped with fear. Schools cancelled outdoor activities. Couples were warned to avoid isolated roads. The media fed the hysteria, and Zodiac fed off it. In September 1969, the killer struck again, this time in daylight. Brian Hartnell and Cecilia Shepard were picnicking by Lake Berryessa. A man approached them wearing a black hood with a white symbol on his chest, the Zodiac sign. He tied them up and stabbed them repeatedly. Cecilia died 2 days later. Brian survived. Even more chilling, the killer wrote a message on their car door in marker, signing it with the Zodiac symbol and the date of the attack. He even included the license plate of a nearby car, proving he was watching everything. Just 2 weeks later, taxi driver Paul Stein was shot in the head in the middle of a San Francisco neighborhood. The killer took his wallet, ripped a piece of his bloody shirt, and mailed it to the San Francisco Chronicle as proof. Despite police sketches, eyewitnesses, fingerprints, and endless speculation, no one was ever arrested. Over time, the Zodiac sent over 20 letters. Some contained new ciphers. Others included threats to blow up school buses. One even claimed he had a bomb hidden underground. One cipher, known as the Z340, remained unsolved for over 51 years, until a team of amateur codebreakers cracked it in 2020. But even that message ended with, "I am not afraid of the gas chamber because it will send me to paradise all the sooner." The Zodiac seemed to disappear in the mid-1970s. No one knows why. Did he die? Was he arrested for another crime? Or did he simply stop? Dozens of suspects have been proposed. One of the most notorious is Arthur Lee Allen, a convicted child molester who matched many descriptions. He owned Zodiac brand watches. He lived near the crime scenes. He even told a friend he wanted to kill couples and sign his letters Zodiac. But Allen's handwriting didn't match the letters, and his DNA didn't match the samples on the envelopes. In 1992, he died of a heart attack, never charged. In 2021, a cold case group called the Case Breakers claimed Zodiac was actually a man named Gary Francis Post, who died in 2018. They pointed to similarities in facial features, cryptic clues in the letters, and alleged forensic evidence, but the FBI never confirmed it. To this day, the case remains open and unsolved. The Zodiac Killer left behind a trail of bodies, fear, and mystery. He weaponized the media. He turned murder into a game. And worst of all, he may have walked away, unnoticed, into history. Who was he? A lone psychopath? A military code expert? A failed writer seeking fame? Or is he still out there, watching, smiling, knowing he got away. The Zodiac case is more than a murder investigation. It's a psychological maze, a puzzle that refuses to be solved, a reflection of America's obsession with evil. And it all began with a single letter.